Hi guys, it is time for part 2. I am Lisa from Lisa's Blessed Life, and it's time for part 2 of my 2026 goals. I am so sorry about the last video. My phone cut off. I always have this issue with never enough space. Also, if you hear my furnace, I apologize. I tried to wait it out, but it just kept going. So it probably will kick off anytime now since I've started the video. But if you hear it, that's what it is. Also, I live on a pretty busy road with lots of traffic. So if you hear that, I also apologize. But hello, how are you? I hope you're having a very blessed day. Let's get to this. So where we left off was I was beginning to start my spiritual goals for 2026. You know, I want to grow spiritually, be the best me I can be for the Lord and for myself and for others, right? So I have my trusty dusty list. Not so dusty. See, I knew it'd kick off as soon as I started. So one of my goals is, of course, to read the Bible every day. I'm doing pretty good on that. Another goal is to pray every day. I'm doing good on that. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to put this to make it make sense for you. Y'all know that it's been a lot of years now. It was the end of 2011 on Christmas Eve. I had a wreck. I got hit by a truck. And as a result of that, I went through a lot of physical things, a lot of emotional things, mental things, anxiety. And even today, I still deal with that from time to time. One of those things is weather. When it first started, even if it was raining and it was like 60 degrees out, right? I would feel like I was sliding in the car even when I wasn't. 9 out of 10 times, well, 10 out of 10 times if I'm being honest, unless there's something really wrong with me, or when I go get my eye injections, because I can't drive when they dilate and when they inject. I'm the one driving. I feel better in control. But there was a period of time after that where not only did I not want to drive, I didn't want to ride in a car. I didn't want to leave the house. And then I didn't want to leave the house at night. And this did happen at night. It was sleeting that night. And I was on my way home from my mom's to my home because we had been baking for Christmas Day. And I lost control of the car. And I hit, I don't even know what it is called, but I hit the side of an overpass. And that spun the car around. And I came to a stop. My daughter, who wasn't one yet, she was almost one. She was 11 months. She started screaming and crying. So I got out of the car to check on her. Don't ever do that. Learn from me. Stay in your vehicle. Do not ever get out of your vehicle. But I did. And lots of people were stopping to help us because I didn't know if she was okay. I was checking on her, right? We were all okay, but I didn't know. I had my niece with me and her dog. We were all fine. But again, my daughter screaming. So I get out to check on her, and the next thing I know, some guy yells, "Run, truck." And I look, and there is a truck indeed coming toward us. And I'm not in the car. I'm checking on my daughter. I'm outside the car. So I'm thinking in my head, do I take her with me? Do I leave her in the car? Like, what do I do? I left her in the car because she was in a car seat strapped in. And I took off running. The truck hit the back of my vehicle. And then it hit the wall that I had just hit. And then it hit me. They asked me if I blacked out, and I told them that I didn't think I did, but I must have, because things went black and got quiet. And then when I woke up or got up, I crawled. I was halfway under his truck. I crawled out from under the truck. I no longer had shoes on. I was a bit unaware of that at the moment. I was at this point trying to call 911 to let them know we now needed an EMS. Because some of the people who helped me, one of them was a lady and she was on the ground in front of me. And I asked her if she was okay, and she said yes. And the EMS came and they were getting the gurney out, and I thought, oh man, I felt so bad. She stopped to help me, and now she's getting taken away in the EMS. No, it was for me. I had no idea how bad I was. Apparently I had blood all over me. In the ER, they were picking blood out of my feet from the glass of his truck, like the headlights and stuff. And it was just a crazy night. I didn't even want them to have my husband come to the scene because I didn't want him to get in a wreck too. And they had my baby, and well, some nice person, the one who hollered truck run, got my baby out because of course I was panicking, get my baby out of the vehicle before she gets killed, because how many more vehicles are going to hit, right? So he told me that the baby was in that car and moved up. So when they got me in the EMS, I refused to leave until I saw my baby. They brought me who they thought was my child, but was the child of the man who hit me. I don't even know how they got that child out of his hands, to be honest with you. But they brought him, and I told them that is not my daughter. She's in a vehicle with somebody I don't know, to keep her safe. And so they did get her and did bring her. And because they gave me somebody else's child, I asked them to please check my husband's ID when he came to get her, because she wasn't going with me in the EMS. They were putting her in the back of a police car until my husband got there to pick her up and to pick up my niece and her dog. And I was headed to the ER via ambulance. They wanted to keep me overnight for observation. They ran all kinds of tests. I would not allow them to. And the reason I would not allow them to is because my younger brother, just not even a whole year before, right before Christmas, there was a big garage fire. And the year before, and my brother was in that garage. And he unfortunately did not survive his injuries. So I just couldn't do that to my family. I could not do that to my family. None of them thought that I would be there at Christmas. I was barely walking, but I was there. And I said all that to say that I still sometimes get anxious. So as a result of that, I have not been to church in a very long time. I will sometimes watch it on my phone or the TV. I have been there a few times, especially if the weather's nice. And it's not all because of that. That usually only happens if it's bad weather. The majority of the reason is because my sleep has been so crazy and off track. I am awake at night and I sleep during the day. I may sleep at night for an hour or two, and then I am wide awake and up all night. So that is one of the reasons that I haven't gone. Because what I don't want to do is fall asleep during someone's message. That would not be good. That would not be good. So, I have not been to church in a very long time. So one of my goals, which I'm failing at already, let me tell you, I still have not been to church this year. Again, because of weather. My sleep is on track. My sleep's doing great now, which is wonderful. But the weather, not so much. It snows or it sleets or it's icy. And I don't want to deal with the anxiety of that, if that makes any sense. So the anxiety is something I need to work on, clearly. But also my goal, I've said all that to say, my goal is to get to church, preferably every single Sunday. Again, I've not even made it yet. So that is a big, huge goal for me. It's important to me. Do you have to go to church to go to heaven? No. But it is good.